What up guys, this is Kong and today I'm going to be doing another anime review for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about Darling in the Franxx episode 15 I believe. I'll double check just to make sure. But anyway, let's get to it. So let's talk about this episode. This episode, I feel like it really tied a knot. It really gave us the character's closure. Finally, god damn it, to be honest. But it does it in a way it's so sweet. So it's sweet, it's genuine, it's love, is joy, is full of passions. Not talking about more of that, but when I talk about this episode. So basically, it started off as this episode where this grand crevices or whatever they call it, and they need to destroy this thing because it's releasing thousands and millions of Calosaurs, whatever they call these beings, these monsters. And group, I think Squad 13. That's what this squad is. That's what Hiro squad is. And they all go out and fight, fight this fortress. And Hiro's all by himself because he obviously don't have a partner, and he don't have someone to pilot with. It doesn't make sense because the mech or the robotic mech with the FranXX requires two person to operate. Two partners or pairs of two to operate. So he feel left out of the group, and it hit me too because I feel like I understand that because I play basketball a lot, and you have guys that are picking team and they don't pick me because I'm Asian, I'm a short guy, and they don't think that I can play, and so they don't pick me, and I feel left out. And so it hit me, I understand his feeling. It was like, he's feeling left out. He want to be part of the action, and he want to be there for his teammate. He want to support them. He want to fight with them. This may be their last day together. This might be their last moment. So to me, I feel like he understand that, he want to fight with them because these are his teammates, this is his classmates, these are the people he grew up with, these are the people who he shared the moment and days with. So the team went out and they take on this army of Calosaurs, and they just barely making a scratch on this army because there's so many of them, but there's so little of those FranXX fighting those. And then you have this a squad of this Australia squad, kind of like 02, and they are like, I guess you can say they're like the elite of France, the FranXX class. They're the elite of elite. They are powerful. Their stamina are much more durable, or they have a much more stronger stamina endurance than your normal FranXX. And one thing it really pointed out that I think it answered the question to all the question that we as the audience have been asking, is it only the female that are in the, I guess you can say, the sexual position, the doggy style position? It's not, because in a few of those Strelitzia, the men are actually in that position, and the women are behind the men. So it really is answered that question for all of us. So that not only the women have to be in that position or in that form, but I guess you can say it feels like inappropriate to say in that position, especially that this movie have a lot of sexual innuendos connotation to it. But like I said, being on a serious note, that there are men are in that position, especially for the Strelitzia. It was interesting, and I guess it almost makes sense because the men's are more. I guess the men can be both because they can be, they can have endurance and mental. So it makes sense to have the men in to endure the beating, and then the woman have that, be more of a strategic operator, because women are more intelligent. Not to say the men aren't, but the women are more multitasking being, more so than the men. So and then in that sense, it makes sense. But despite of that, it really answered the question that not only the women have to be in that position, the men can be in too. So I was like, I'm glad they answered that question. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I caught it. Okay. And then all the men's, there were some men's and probably some women have the horn. So that it made me realize that 02 is not the only one that have horn. That not the only being that is different from the human. So I was like, okay, there were others, So let's get back to the fight. So 02 is, she's out there, she's in the animalistic animal mode in the France in animal mode, and she's just going through, just mowing down everything down. She does it on her own. I'm like, damn, this girl is badass. I can see why Hiro like her and wants her. It's like, who wouldn't want a badass girl, but also a sweet girl? She had that combination. She had that personality. It's so rare to find those kind of people who are also badass but sweet and gentle at the same time. You don't find those people. Really, you don't find. If you do, boy, you better hold on to them. You gotta cherish them. You gotta keep them forever, because they are essentially one of a kind. That's why I keep saying that 02 is a one of a kind. She's not a generic girlfriend. She's different. She's an outliner. But despite of that, she just mows down everything. She beats everything down, and she's glowing red eye, and she got her horns growing big and tall. Kind of like an antler. She probably had more than 10 points. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, and Hiro, he's at the HQ, and he realized that the fight is not going well, shit's going down, and he need to talk to her. He have to. He wanted to talk to her, but the man want to talk to his girl, the girl who shared his life when he was little, and when he was a grown teenager. Though he had a deep connection with her, so he wanted to talk to her, but he can't, but so he decided to take action. He rolled out to, one of those kind of, I guess you can say, a training bot, and Ichigo and Goro saw him going out there, like, what the hell are you doing, Hiro? And Goro, as a good friend he is, he stopped, and he laid down. He like, hey, Ichigo, Hiro, I know you have something to say to her. He knows, and credit to where it's due, that Goro is actually a smart, humble, mature man. I would say he is as mature, probably mature more than Hiro. He is a more thoughtful person, and he understands this because he is in the same position as Hiro, and he went through that. We see that one episode where he expresses love to Ichigo. He tells her he loves her, and that he wants to be with her. So Goro understands where Hiro is coming from. So he like, hey, you care. He asks Ichigo, hey, you care about 02, right? And she's like, fine. And then they mind meld together, kind of like Pacific Rim. They mind meld together, drift, and when they drift, all she sees is is 02, 02, 02, 02. All the moment that he shared with her is all about 02. And she even said it like, damn it, it's all about her. And I knew it was all about her because he wants that pretty ass. Just joking. But he wants 02. He wanted to be with her. He knows that she is the one for him. Because they met when there was a little kid. They experienced suffering together. So he knew that Hiro 02 is his partner, his lover, mainly his partner, his lover, his wing, in the France, his darling. And she is his darling and he is her darling. Get what I'm saying there? So she like God, and she even say, Ichigo even say, God damn, this boy and girl thing is such a pain. It is really such a pain. It really is, especially when that's teenage age. When you're starting out, you're trying to figure out who really loves you, who you're really into, who's into you, and that sort of thing. It's the whole process of trying to understanding yourself and understanding other. It is such a pain. And we all go through that. All of us as human, we all go through that. Don't lie to yourself, all right, guys? So, and then what happened next is that, Ichigo and Hiro go to 02, and then, she's throwing punches, and then she at one moment slapped 02. I thought that shit was funny. I was like, damn, did she just bitch slap her? I thought that was funny. I was literally, I thought that was funny, But it was real because she was expressing her anger towards 02 because she now have to let go of Hiro, the man that she loved, not the man, the boy that she loved, to another woman. And that's hard for anybody. Really, no matter who you are, that's hard to let the person who you truly love, truly care about, and to let them go. To let them go free. To be with another person that you can't truly see them be with. That is the hardest thing any human can do. I gotta say, that's hard as shit. That's hard for me. Even I find that hard. And you really have to tell yourself that, hey, I can live, I'll be fine, I need to let them go. And she really let him go. And she cried. And you could tell that she's truly sad because she knows that Hiro's mind is all about 02. So 02 goes, Hiro goes into 02's, I guess in the front. And yeah, I guess you could say the cop pilot or the cockpit. He find her. She grows the horn and he trying to mine together, but he can't. And he holds her horn, and he sees her past. He dipped deeper in her past, and found out that she hold on to those memories when they were a little kid. She held on to those memories. She never forgot those moments. I was like, damn. She truly loved him, even as a little kid. She felt the bond and the connection with him as a little kid, and she wanted to be with him. And he was her darling, and that totally makes sense. And all this time, you see her eating the book, and she was devouring it because she had those. She wanted to keep those memories. She cherished those moments, and it really showed how human 02 really is, despite her color, her look. She exhibits the human conditions, the human suffering, as I would call it. She is human. She has that experience, the pain and suffering that we all experience. And he realized that, like, damn, this girl, she's been holding on to that memory since day one. That's how truly she loved him. In my eyes, that's how I see it. Like, damn, girl, you hold on to those memories forever, and you were searching for the little kid, for that little kid that grew up to be a teenager. You were holding on to those precious moments. To me, it's like, wow. And Hiro realized that she is the one. She is the one. That's how I would say it if I was Hiro. I'm like, hey babe, hey baby, you're the one. And he kissed her. It was it was a kiss. It was a commitment kiss. It was a genuine kiss. It was a real kiss. That's how I say it. That's how I describe this kiss. It's not a forced kiss like Ichigo on Hiro, because he didn't accept her kiss. We're here, 02 accept the kiss, where Hiro gave the kiss. He embraces her. He give her all to her. And that's what it make it a kiss. That's what it make it a committed kiss. That's how I describe it, yo. And also, and then let's talk about the ending. So, you know, they transform and they mind meld together, and they, you know, transfer into a humanoid friend. And that's kind of different, I would say. I would say almost different. It's no longer white, it's pink. And so it's kind of like a new transformation of color that they, I guess, that their mind and their compatibility had come to a match. That they have truly found their partner, truly found their wings, each other's wing. And then what I love about the ending, despite all the action at the end, is yes, it's great, it's, you know, it's amazing. But the whole point that I love the ending is because they each talk, right? You know, Hiro and 02 talk, and they talk about, you know, leaning on each other, and how you know, we each have a pair, and we become two, and we have a pairs of wings. And then they both talk at the same time. I was like, oh man, that is fucking sweet. This is what it really is about. It's about, you know, about these two couples, these two teenage kids. They found their partner. They found their lover. Their long lost lover, long lost partners. They became together. They form a circle. They are the yin and the yang, the black and white. They are the opposite. You know, the male and the female. It totally makes sense. It really capsulates what it is to be in perfect harmony. That 02 and Hiro exemplify that, is that they're not one, they're not perfect, all right. And prior to the transformation, and they talk to each other. They're like, you know, 02 say, hey, you know, I'll call you a father, and then Hiro say, I'll call you a monster. Now we're even. They both were crying, and that's what relationship is all about. That no fucking relationship is ever perfect. No way. No relationship is ever perfect. If you think relationships are perfect, I don't know what planet you are on. But that's what it is. Our relationship have ups and downs. And like the character even said it, we're gonna do it again, better than before. We're gonna talk it out. We're gonna think about it. And that's where it really comes down to. In any relationship, you have to calm down first, talk about it in a serious tone. I thought that was really sweet. And that the sweetest thing is that their voice was in unison. That's what it really is. That being able to control a friends is you have to be in unison. You have to be together. In your mind and your heart have to be the same, in unison. And that's what it really is about as couples, or as partners, or as lovers. That you have to be on the same level, as I pointed out in my earlier reviews. And so that's why it really ties the knot, made a closure for these two characters, for Hiro and 02. I thought that they tied the knot so beautifully. And you see you can hear and see the happiness in their voice. I don't know how they pull it off, but you can hear and see and hear their happiness, their love, their joy in their voice. When you hear that in any couples or in little kids or in anybody, you know that they're truly happy and full of joy. So I thought that was so beautifully captures. That's why I say this episode give it a real closure to our main character, 02 and Hiro. And the sweetness of the end, the closure, the ups and downs of the relationship, and everything. It just ties up so freaking well. And that's what I like about this series. That is, it really comes down to this series is really about relationship. And when it comes down to it, it's about relationship. It's about talking. There's up and down. There's you have to talk it out. There's name calling. There's emotion involved. It's what it is to be human. That's what this series is really about. And this episode really exemplified that. It shows that we can overcome our faults or our lack of our weakness in our characters. And that's what it shows that we could be much more, that our partners are our better half, as cliche as that sound, but it holds true. So I really like this episode. Probably maybe just under the episode 13. Yeah, episode 13, because I felt that was really beautiful. But overall, this is also really good. So anyway, guys, I recommend you guys watch this episode. It almost gave me tears. It gave me that, that like, oh man, that's sweet. That's beautiful. That's awesome. It gave me that feeling. And when an anime gave me that kind of feeling, to me that they did a really good job. They were able to provoke my emotion. Kudos to the studio. That's why I give it a good rating. I give it a must-see episode. You have to go see this episode. This is really good. It closes everything together for the characters. But again, guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse my YouTube channel. And again, press that motherfucking bell button. God damn. You have to press the bell button because it'll help me and help you. But most importantly, guys, I want to say thank you so much for your time and effort to watching my anime review of Darling and the Friend episode 15. I believe it's episode 15. But anyway, I'll fix it in the title. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.